YouTube, what's poppin', man? It's your boy Ink in the Brain. We back at it like a bad habit, man. So today, I'm here to talk. We got another episode of my prison experience, all right, to share with y'all. And today, I'm gonna just tell you about dealing with petty 2 yard bullshit, okay? So we on 2 yard now, right? Now, doing time on a 3 yard may seem doing the time on a 2 yard, you feel what I'm saying, to somebody who doesn't know about the prison system, may sound way easier than doing time on a 3 yard or a 4 yard for that matter, right? Because when you think about a 2 yard, you just think, oh, minimum custody. I'd rather be in minimum custody than medium or max custody. That's what the average person thinks. And if you think that, I can't blame you. I kind of thought the same way, right? And before I went down, my lawyer was telling me, oh yeah, you only got 2 years, so you'll probably just hit a 2 yard. It's not going to be that tough a time. Da, da, da. So I'm like, all right, bet. So in my head, I'm going to a 2 yard, and it is what it is. Little did I know, and my lawyer probably did finesse me with that information. You dig what I'm saying? Little did I know, with me having a violent case, they're going to send me to a 3 yard off top. So, but either way, I wasn't really tripping either way. But I just remember thinking like, oh yeah, 2 yard, that's simple, and then 3 yards gonna be harder to. All right. So I get shit from Cheyenne to La Paz. I walk in, and I can already tell this is a completely different ball game. The energy is different. People running around. I could just tell. All right, so boom. So how I did my time on a 3 yard, right, is, I'm working out. I'm working out with no shirt on. And then when I come in from rec, I take my shower, and then I'm just chilling in my cell with no shirt on. Partly because Yuma is one of the hottest cities in Arizona, so you're going to be hot as fuck doing time in Yuma. You feel me? You're going to be hot as hell. Yuma is right on the border of Mexico, so it's hot as shit, right? So don't nobody wear shirts, you feel what I'm saying, inside the dorm from like about February on to about like September, because it's hella hot. And Cheyenne doesn't have air conditioning. So you and that motherfucker sweating like a slave, man. While literally being a slave to the state at the same time. You dig what I'm saying? But no COs is gonna tell you nothing on a 3 yard or a 4 yard. Like, they're not gonna tell you no petty shit. Put your shirt on. You're outside your cell before count time. You need to be in your cell, 5 minutes before count, like all that bullshit, right? They don't do that. Why? Well, because you're on a 3 yard. You got people doing life and 20 years and things like that. So if a dude's having a bad day and he called his girl and she didn't answer the phone that day, hey man, he might be ready to crash out. And the wrong CO say something to him, he might just take off on him and go to the hole and catch an assault case on his head. He don't give a fuck if he's doing 20 years, right? But on a 2 yard, it's completely different because everybody got below 5 years. So ain't nobody really gonna take off on a CO on a 2 yard. You know what I mean? So that's the dynamics we're dealing with, right? So I get to the 2 yard, and I keep my routine. You know what I mean? I had a smooth routine popping. My time is running smooth, so I'm working out and doing my thing, man. And I remember one time, this is probably my second day there. Matter of fact, I worked out, took a shower. And I'm just chilling. I'm on the top bunk, so I'm kicked back chilling, watching my TV. And I'm chilling. It's count time, 4:00 p.m. count time. COs come around. I'm in cell 1, so we the first cell. Man, it's CO Lopez, this little Mexican chick, and I'm not even mad at her. You know what I mean? But she does her job to the T. So she doing her count. She said, she called me by my last name, but yeah, Inky. Can you put a shirt on, please? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, all right, I guess, whatever. So I take my shirt from the bag, on the railing of my cell, not my cell, the railing of my bed. I put it on. Maybe the next day, same thing, right? Come in from rec, take a shower. I'm chilling, watching my TLC. You dig what I'm saying? 90 Day Wives type shit. Same thing. Count time. Lopez, come around. Hey, can you put your shirt on, please? If I ever tell you again, I'm gonna write you up. I said, what the fuck? It's hot as shit out here. Because when I first touched down that 2-yard, man, it was in the middle of June, so it's hot as a motherfucker. You feel me? I'm not wearing no shirt up in here. It's hot as hell. And I'm getting my swole on. I had to speak in my mouth. And I get my swole on, you feel me? And I'm tatted. I'm not wearing no fucking shirt up in here. So I put it on. Come to find out, it's actually in the manual that every inmate has to wear a shirt when they're in their living quarters. But when I was on the 3-yard, I never had no shirt on. When no COs are saying shit to me. And like I said, they're not gonna tell you to put your shirt on because you're on a 3-yard. They're not even gonna even test the waters because the wrong person might take off on them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So I'm done with this page. Something like that. You can't wear a shirt in here. And then again, a couple days later, I get my workout in. I take my shower, and see at this point, right? I was doing my laundry in the shop. Like, okay, on the 3-yard, there's no washers and dryers. So I got to the habit of when I took my afternoon shower, I would wash off my drawers and my socks in the shower. So I would just literally take my soap. And pay attention to what I'm telling you. This is what you're gonna have to. This is what your life is gonna be like if you get locked up. So if you're doing something illegal or you're doing some crimes that's gonna give you some time, this is what you got to look forward to. On a 3-yard, I'm doing my laundry basically in the shower. I'm rinsing my drawers off and my socks, and bring them back to my cell and hang them up to let them dry. That was my routine. So same thing. I hit the 2-yard. You feel what I'm saying? And I got my boxers and my socks. I'm washing them off. And I'm just walking back to my cell with my laundry. Man, I walked back to the cell. Miss Lopez, she cashed me. She said, hey, she called me by my last name because she knows my last name at this point. So, hey, you're not supposed to just walk around your boxes like that. Before you come out of the shower, you need to have a shirt and either shorts or sweatpants on before you leave out the shower. I said, what the fuck? Because on a 3-yard, pause. Okay, pause. But on 3-yard, everybody take a shower and just walk back to their cell in their drawers. You know what I mean? That's just regular shit. That's just how it goes. Ain't on no funny shit. It's just that's how it goes. If you gonna walk back to your cell in your drawers, in your shower shoes, and then you gonna do what you do and get dressed there, right? Now, yeah, and you also have some people that'll get dressed, come out the shower, whatever the case is, but most don't. Most just walk back in their boxers. And it's acceptable on the 3-yard. You feel what I'm saying? And I would assume it's acceptable on the 4-yard. It's just what it is. Like I said, it ain't no funny shit. It's just what it is. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, so I start computing this in my head now. This is like my first week there. So I'm like, I have to wear a shirt at all times inside the building. If I can't just shower and walk back to my house cell in my shower shoes. I have to have. I'm like, damn. I'm like, this is real life daycare, right? And you know what I mean. So this is just the petty. Excuse me. This is the petty shit that I'm doing on 2-yard, and I'm starting to realize that, oh man, this 2-yard shit is bullshit. To be quite honest with y'all, to keep it tall with y'all, man. If they would have said, hey, Inky, look, we want to send you to a 2-yard because you know what I mean. You've been here for this amount of time. Your points dropped. So you're at minimum custody level now. Now, do you want to go do a 2-yard or do you want to stay here? I would have been like, no, keep me here. Keep me on the 3. Yeah, keep me here. I would have for sure stay on the 3, man. That 2-yard shit is bullshit, y'all. And if you're facing some little time over a little crime, like having some dope on you, some heroin, you might have a bad dope habit or something like that, hey, man, they're going to send you to a 2-yard and chances are, bro, you're going to start doing drugs on the 2, man. And you're going to spiral out of control. You're going to run your points up and you're going to end up on a 3. Which is why I'm actually glad that they started me off on a 3. And I actually recommend them to start everybody off on at least a 3. I don't think nobody should start off on a 2-yard just off bat. You need to learn these prison politics, bro. You know what I'm saying? You need to see people get smashed up. You need to see what real prison is like so you can learn from your bad habits. So that way when you get bumped down, now you're like, okay, this shit kindergarten. Well, I definitely don't want to go back up to the 3, but I'm going to just, even though like I said, I did want to beat on a 3 if I had a chance, but in all reality, the 2 yards is the safest bet. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no riot. Now, has there been riots on 2 yards? Yes. I spoke on Brody's name in my original videos when I talked about being the 18-man cell, man. X, right? X was a youngster, super solid youngster. Shout out to X, man. If you see this video of X, much love, Brody. Always have much respect for you, bro. You're one of my favorite youngsters I met in this joint, man. But he told me about a situation, well, he shared with the whole cell. There was a riot that popped off on a 2 yard on Gila Yard. Gila is in Douglas. It's a 2 yard in Douglas, and you get your own, it's like a trailer, but they convert them into cells. So when you're on a 2 yard on that yard, you have your own trailer to yourself and shit. It sounded sweet. I'm like, shit, I need to hit Gila. But there was a riot that popped off on the 2 yard. And long story short, he was telling me about people who he thought was hard and solid and shit. And man, these niggas tucked their tail, running and hiding behind beds and jumping outside of their window to hide in between the trailers and shit when it was popping off. And man, that riot was mainly because X was like X, I'm gonna keep it solid, right? X was like, it was an inmate on inmate riot, but then they started popping off on one of the COs that was actually cool. The COs would let them get away with certain shit, and X and a couple of their brothers had basically came to the rescue of the CO because they was like, man, this shit ain't right. So they basically dragged him out. He got hit in the head with a lock and shit, and they had dragged him out and made sure nobody else had hit him and shit. And it was all caught on camera, and it ended up being a beneficial situation for X, right? But anyway. So I say it to say this. Yes, a riot can pop off on a 2 yard. Is it common? Hell no. You know what I mean? But like I said, if I would have had a choice, I would have did my time on a 3, man, because the 2 yard is bullshit. Now, the third thing about the 3 yard, besides the petty bullshit, having to wear a shirt, you can't walk back to your crib in boxers and shower shoes and shit. On a 2 yard, they're going to make you work. Now, on the 3, you feel what I'm saying? I was comfortable. I'm rocking out, working out. I got my TV schedule down. Man, I'm in there chilling. I ain't gonna lie. About about month 3, month 4, I'm in that motherfucker. Kick back. I know everybody in the run, in the building. I got a camaraderie with some of the brothers. I don't gotta worry about shit. But on a 2 yard, they're gonna make you work. They're gonna make you work in the kitchen, or they'll put you on the outside crew, which is one of the benefits of being on a 2 yard. And it is a benefit. I don't want to put it in air quotes. It is a benefit. Once you hit a 2 yard, you can work outside the gate. So if you want to go get they put you on, fire crew. It's a whole bunch of things you can do, right? But me, I'm not trying to work in prison. Fuck that. I'm in here. Y'all already got me as a slave to the state. And I don't need your money. You're only getting paid like 20 cents an hour, 10 cents an hour, like 50 cents an hour. Or if you're working ACI, they'll pay you like $5 an hour, but you're doing hard labor work and shit. But yeah, I'm not trying to work in prison. I don't give a fuck about that shit. But on a 2 yard, they're gonna force you to work. And if you don't work, they're gonna write you a ticket for refusing to work and all this bullshit, run your points up, right? And I don't want to jump too far ahead of my story, but yeah, when I got switched to the other 2 yard, Apache and Winslow, you know what I mean, they forced me to get a kitchen job, which I hated, but I turned into a little hustle, which I'll talk about in the next video, or not maybe in the next video, but in the future video. But yeah, man, I won't drag this video for too long, man, but just know, if you facing some time, right, and you got to hit a 3 yard, hey, man, that's not the worst thing. Now, yes, it'll be a little bit more dangerous, but who cares? If you mind your own business, your paperwork good, you don't really got to worry about the politics like that. You really don't. Unless there's a riot, then it is what it is. But, just as a man in life, you know what I mean? You're not going through life being scared of life. You know what I mean? So if you got to go hit a 3, don't be scared about it. If the yard is popping, if you hear stories and reception about, you don't want to hit this yard because I heard whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Or you don't want to hear this yard because so-and-so just got smashed. I heard, niggas getting poked up. And you know what I mean? Look, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that right now. You need to just touch down when you need to touch down, meet who you need to meet. You know what I'm saying? Slide the paperwork, make sure you check out with that, and you good. You know what I mean? Now, if something happens, it is what it is. But like I said, as a man, you don't live your life based on fear anyway. So why be scared about which yard you're gonna hit? It's water under the bridge. You in prison regardless. Whether it's a 2-yard, a 3-yard, a 4, supermax, the hole, you know what I mean? A cell, a dorm. It's all pretty much the same shit. You still a slave to the state. You still can't get no pussy. All these COs is ugly as hell, fat as hell, and you're gonna be thirsting over that bitch anyway, man. But yeah, man, this your boy Inky the Brain. If you like the video, hit the like button. Definitely subscribe to the channel. And I'm gonna catch you on the next one, man. Y'all be smooth with me silent.